I'm back again. I'm just doing this video. I did film this late last week. I was going to upload it, but then I watched it and yeah, I made a few errors and got a bit sidetracked with it, so I made a mistake and actually called the Central Coast Highway the Gold Coast Highway. That was my fault. I don't know why I did that. I used to be from that area, I guess, and I just kind of remember, thought, oh yeah, I just got them mixed up. So I'm going to film this again. This is the Gosford waterfront. I really like what they're going to do here with this the redevelopment. I don't know when it's starting. It's a little while off yet, I think. The Gosford Wharf's been cleared with all the boats have actually had to vacate. I don't know whether I think the council are doing some repairs on it and all the boats had to vacate. So yeah, they do want to do a bit of a redevelopment of this waterfront precinct here in Gosford. The only downside is we have a highway here, Central Coast Highway. And yeah, so I really don't know what they're going to do with that. It kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. If they had the balls, what I would do is I'd sink it underground from just over on the other side of that bridge, and obviously I would use the land above for the redevelopment, and I'd also put in some light rail, have it come from the heavy rail, the train station just over there at Gosford. And then with the highway, I would have it probably come out all the way around Point Frederick there somewhere, and then I'd have the light rail running from the station all the way along the whole Central Coast Highway corridor. I nearly just went to call it that again, but fucking hell. So I'd have light rail all the way up to the entrance along the Central Coast Highway. Obviously you'd have a fair few stops in it, and you'd have to increase the density at the stations to make it a viable project. There's the crane on the Central Coast Quarter project. I'm going to get another film. I'm going to film another video up there pretty soon, and that'll be uploaded at the same time this video will go up. So yeah, I'd obviously, and then to expand on that light rail even further, obviously I'd have it run across over to the north entrance all the way up to the northern part of the Central Coast. Pick up suburbs like Lake Haven, branch out to maybe Warnervale train station. I don't know if they would ever turn Warnervale train station into a all stations stop instead of being skipped from the express train. Or if Warnervale's not good enough, have it run parallel all the way up to Morisset and pick up that station, and and then I'll also probably expand from where it loops around and heads back towards the heavy rail. I'd probably have it expand and go up through suburbs like Lake Memora, Swansea, Belmont, branch around to Warners Bay. Obviously pick up Charlestown. I'll branch it, have a couple of branches, have it branch around to Warners Bay and link up maybe with Fassifern train station. And then probably around Charlestown, have it go north, link up with the maybe the eastern end of the Newcastle light rail network. And obviously at the Newcastle interchange, I'd expand it out to Broadmeadow up to the university and the John Hunter. And I don't know what I'd do with linking up the airport. I'd probably either bring heavy rail from Hexham around into Port Stephens, pick up Roman Terrace and the airport, or I'd sink the heavy rail from Hamilton, say. Newcastle interchange won't be an end station, and I would have Newcastle interchange have that underground and send the heavy rail under the harbour up to Williamtown. Obviously to come out on the other side of the harbour somewhere up onto the ground level. pick up, maybe get a bit closer to Port Stephens somehow from Newcastle Airport, come back around to Raymond Terrace and dart it out to Maitland. Maybe have it loop around the back of Maitland where Talara is. I think it's Talara, just out past Maitland there, and then maybe shoot it around down to somewhere like Cessnock, Kurri, and maybe shoot back over to maybe link up at Morisset somewhere, and that would be heavy rail. Now I'm just blabbing on, but I can't see that happening. The only thing I could see is Newcastle Airport getting a line, and obviously the light rail in Newcastle getting expanded. I'd integrate the Newcastle and Central Coast public transport network into one, and put more light rail in on the Central Coast. Have a few lines just from Gosford over to the east, where the entrance and that is, and link up a line and shoot it out from Tuggerah. I have a video coming from Tuggerah at some stage. Apparently where Westfield Tuggerah is, there's a massive town centre redevelopment that's going to happen. I don't know when, but it's possibly going to happen soon. It has been on the cards for a little while. I haven't done a full lot of research into it. I've just read a few little articles here and there, so that would be quite possibly be something that would be viable if they did light rail. The only issue with the light rail is having the space along the Central Coast Highway. I haven't been right round along it that many times to see what space there is and what corridors that could be used, because you'd at least want the Central Coast Highway to be 2 lanes each way. You don't want to lose a lane each way to sacrifice for light rail, because people are still going to drive regardless of how much public transport you give them, which I don't blame them. So yeah, pretty good view from down here. And there's the heavy rail line just over there. There was a train that was going along it before, but yeah, it's quite a busy section, that one. Obviously they're quite frequent, the trains to Newcastle from Central. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Post in the comments what you think.